Oh, hey.
We made ourselves a goof.
Oh, hey.
It's here. On to the next joke. We kind of got ourselves stuck in the worst place.
So you're getting another part fresh off of last session, which was literally yesterday for us.
Yeah, we found out that basically there isn't a save point we can use to leave until after we do this part. So this part, yeah.
Now, I did clean up the items, like I said I would.
Oh yeah, you did mention you did stuff. So, is there anything else we need to do here?
No, we're pretty good, other than, like, maybe you want to give them items, but honestly, it's... So the next series of fights at this point is... It's going to take you back to, like, small sections of every world.
Yeah, we'll just show you at this point.
And then you're going to have to fight a room full of mobs that appear in that world.
Yeah, a load of that world's flavour of monsters, basically. And thankfully these aren't too difficult. There's a couple of waves of them, I know I'm saying that a little early, but you know. Thankfully they're not too bad. I should probably learn when the actual timing for Arcanum is rather than just spamming the button, but whatever, it does the same thing. It's just probably a little easier on the ears.
Yeah, just a tad.
The other thing is they've put in a bunch of these guys that need to be hit from a specific side, and then they all surround you. And I think that's one done. Yeah. So now we have to do that, what, 9 more times for every other world we hit?
Yup.
Including one we didn't, as well.
Hey, do you know what's interesting about these zones? Well, not even interesting, but just, like, quirky about them. I only found out recently.
What?
You know the box at the end that you get from every one of these?
Yeah.
It's always the item that the boss drops for you.
Oh, cool. So, like,
so it is
the guard armor dropped to Spirit Gem.
The guard armor dropped to Spirit Gem. So it is always an item that, like, the boss gave you.
Huh. Doesn't that mean that a couple of these are going to give us stat boosts at this point of the game?
Potentially, if the boss dropped stat boosts.
Because I think a couple, at least one of them I think did. We have also got... We have also got the upgraded wizards that weren't in this world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they mix and match, but there's always, like...
It's always roughly what was in the room.
So, like, this world's main thing was, like, it introduced, like, several more of these bastards.
It is fortunately,
though. I get a fun job of when we're going for the grinding of all the bonus minigame stuff. Like the black ones of these.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting for you. And there's never anything else in here, by the way. I mean, we're just barreling through this because there's nothing to do.
The minigame with the bells, the bar bells, is like not that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not.
Because you can... It's the fact that you have to do it a few times that's annoying, but you can cheat.
Yeah, you can.
You can just spam pause and you can follow it like, yeah, there it goes.
Hey, that one comes up again in the second game as a optional thing.
Yeah.
Which we are doing, by the way. We're doing the optional ones.
13.
Yeah, the Mushroom 13.
Mushrooms. Which get replaced in the next game. No, they don't get replaced. They get
a different Mushroom 13 in this game. In the second game.
No, in 3.
In 3, there is the...
They get completely replaced? It's the flans,
It's the flans, yeah. And I don't think it's 13 of them either, there's 7.
The mushrooms were still there as well.
No. They
thankfully
don't make you do 20 of them.
Special ingredients for the bistro. My bloody bistro, man! Oh, I can't... That's the one thing I'm like... I can't wait to get to Kingdom Hearts 3 for. It's just for Scrooge.
Yeah.
Just for Scrooge and the bistro. Oh, I'm like... not a super fan of.
Yeah, I don't like the actual Bistro minigames. It's a lot like.
It's a lot for a little because each of those minigames takes like 3 seconds and it's too easy to fuck them up.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, they've got
and
my
the ingredients are gone. It's like, if you've got one, you're like, oh, I'll try this minigame. Oh, I guess that's the instructions. Okay, well, I've lost.
Which is the one that I always fuck up as well. There's one that's like, I can usually do all of them fine, but there's one that's like, naff.
I can't remember, to be honest. The one I remember hating is the egg one, because it's like...
Yeah, I think that's the one because you've got to really
the right amount of tension. It's a tiny amount of tension.
Yes, it's that one.
And the thing is, you're on a timer as well, so you can't feel it out. Because it gives you like 3 seconds. It's a WarioWare minigame, basically.
Yep.
And it gives you like a whole 3 seconds to figure it out, press the button, and oh look, it's too much.
Which the tutorials and the cutscenes together from doing it take longer than the actual minigame.
Yeah.
Which is like...
You probably spend longer waiting for it to load than you do playing the game.
I'd have been fine with it if you would have had to do it once for each new recipe. And then you can either choose to do it again to improve, or if you've already hit the best one, you could just be like, yeah, just do what I did the last time.
Yeah.
Just press a button and it's like, it's done.
Yeah, that would have been far better than what it actually makes you do.
Hey, Square, if you ever do a final mix of 3.
Yeah. Well, Remind might end up replacing Final Mix. It sounds a lot like it's gonna. That's what it's gonna be.
I think
kind of the Final Mix update, but not on a new disc.
Okay, some people have got on my case for this because I'm kind of adamant about it. I think Remind is purely cut content. I think it's just stuff they were like, I didn't put in the base game, and then we're like, okay, put it in now.
I don't think so much cut content as content that like they put on the back burner so that they could get something out this generation, because it turns out we're closer than we thought to PS5.
Yeah, they
because that was announced recently. Not recently when this goes up because we made a serious error in judgment.
Which, by the way, about that.
Yeah.
So far, good things. Well, so far, let's start out with the negative things. One of the negatives is immediately defeated, which is fine.
Yeah.
But one of the negatives is there's so many like games we've been really waiting for about to drop on PlayStation 4, and then the PS5 is just going to be coming out, and it's like, oh, so is it worth waiting or not?
Yeah.
I'll move on to what defeats that with the positives in a moment. But the other negative, the only other one I can really think of, is the fact that they announced it weird.
Yeah, it was a really sort of unenthusiastic announcement, wasn't it?
A week and a half before, they did a fucking state of play.
Yeah, that would have been the ideal time, but it really just sort of came out with no fanfare at all.
And that state of play was not great.
It wasn't great. It could have been. It would have helped a lot.
Was Last of Us 2, which
we knew was coming anyway.
Well, it was because they finally did the release date. Yeah. But here's the thing. I'm sorry. I really, really don't care about Last of Us.
Me neither. That was underwhelming as shit.
It's okay. Yes, it tells a good emotional story, but...
Yeah, it's probably a compelling story. I gave up on it after a while because it didn't play the way I liked, I guess is the way I'd put it.
But that's what you get when you put a Resident Evil fiend in front of any other zombie-based game.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't Resi. Why am I playing this? or Dead Rising 2.
Oh god, Dead Rising is such a good game. Hey, should we play Dead Rising?
I get 2.
2 is co-op, we should do that.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, are we doing off the record? Because it has new boss fights.
Yes, that's true. It has the thingy boss fight in it.
The Chuck Green boss fight, for one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Which is great, because it came with its own new track.
Yes, it did. And my god, do you love Zelda?
It wasn't the Zelda track.
Was it not?
Chuck Green's is someone else.
Wow.
Firewater. It's I can't remember who did it, but it's a different track. It's a different. It's a different artist altogether.
Huh.
But Zelda did a lot of tracks for the first.
He did almost all of it, didn't he? If not all of it.
Yeah. The one that always comes to mind is Own Little World remix that he did specifically for the game.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, the Dead Rising soundtracks are on Spotify if anyone's wondering. Go listen to those. I have no no idea what the box I'm looking for is, by the way, so keep talking.
It's probably on that spire behind you. Oh no.
Like, I've just done a ton of climbing.
But yeah, we can do Dead Rising 2 co-op.
Yeah. We should, because it's a fantastic game.
Here's the thing, I played Dead Rising 1 and liked it enough.
Yeah.
I played Dead Rising 2 and like I was all in.
Yes.
Like, this one's really good. Then Dead Rising 3 happened and I'm like,
it exists, it's not...
It's fine.
It really just sort of, the colour scheme is what drew me out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, we removed all of the fun.
Yeah, it really did feel like
that. It really did dry it out.
And I get it, they were trying to up the scope by like, now it's an entire town rather than, and it's like...
Yeah, but they did that better in the...
But it feels like the whole Vegas Strip kind of thing, like...
Yeah, and it looked like it had a similar look, but without... You had a similar theme. Like, you could do very much the same thing with that strip, but it had more colour.
Yeah, because you had all these weird and wonderful zones.
It was more vibrant, yeah.
I have no idea where the box is even.
Me neither. Like, I'm just sort of going up every corner I can.
Usually it's in the room where you beat the enemies, but...
There's 3 rooms where you beat the enemies. That doesn't help at all. That was... I know what you're thinking.
Last room that you defeat the enemies.
It was the first in... Well, I'd say first, but like, it was a tube in Wonderland.
Would it be in the little save room at the start? Or would it be in the landings room, maybe? If you can get up there. Can you even
get to it? Like...
Here's the fun thing we can do about Dead Rising 3. We could play Dead Rising 3. Or... we could play Dead Rising 3 Ultra Turbo Super Alpha Plus whatever it was called for a few episodes.
Yeah.
Because that shit's fun.
It is, yeah.
Here's the thing about that one, though. I call Captain Commando.
God damn it. I mean, that's fine. I'm less bothered about that than, like...
And here's the thing again, Dead Rising franchise, you know, it's 3 has been out for a long enough time now, so I don't mind talking about story bits. I was kind of checked out of that game mentally just because of all the weird dives it was trying to do. Like, this is the one where we really explain the lore. Because, like, 1 just was a zombie game, and it mentioned a little bit about, like...
didn't need explaining, did it?
There's some zombie stuff going on. 2 was the one where it's like, okay, turns out government are making these things.
Yeah.
For the reason of, like...
Sell Zombrex.
1, sell Zombrex, 2, cull the population.
Yes.
So you're
like, that's all it needed to be.
That's all it needed to be. Then they start going into like, now they're developing these sleeper agents, super soldiers, and you're like, what?
Like, there's no need. Let's just not. Can we like?
It was going too far. Here's the thing.
Shall we guide this? Because like,
here's the thing.
I don't want to just leave without stuff. Especially at this point in the game.
Sure. Give me a sec.
Like, normally I would just leave and we'll figure it out later, but I can't guarantee that we can do this later well.
I was super mentally checked out. And then Chuck Green walks into the store and I'm like, yeah! What?
We're back.
And you realise Katie is...
Oh, I found it, never mind.
Oh, there you go, cool.
God damn it.
Also, it was up there.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see it.
Because, yeah, Agrabah is once again shit.
Please, Jim. Wow.
Yeah, that's the one thing I do like about Dead Rising franchise. They all tie together.
You realise that Annie is actually Katie, and you're like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, like, they actually all tie together, and I think that's cool. Oh, good.
Plus, they did never. Oh, have fun. Plus, they never actually turned around at any point and said, that off the record wasn't actually like...
No, I think they said it wasn't canon.
No, they never until 3. So we were all under the assumption that maybe Chuck Green was actually dead now.
I guess.
But yeah, then they were like, when 3 came out, they were like, yeah, it wasn't canon. Of course it wasn't canon, but it was like, the fear always lingered. And then 4 happened.
Yeah.
And 4's bad. 4's just
4 is just outright terrible. 4 was the start of like the hey Capcom get your shit together, wasn't it?
People got fired over 4.
Yeah.
Oh, an entire department got fired over 4.
Well, yeah.
Which is like, oh,
Didn't KG leave?
Whoops.
Like,
yeah,
before
KG
4?
left before 4.
And it was sort of left in the hands of someone who didn't know what to do with it.
Exactly, and but rather than, like, get consultation about it, they were just like, hey, do it. We'll just put something out and people
we'll
will like
figure it out.
Surely.
I think the thing that told me that was a bad idea was when it was called Frank's Big Package, and it's like, well, we clearly know what's happening here.
Here's what they should have done. Remastered 1. Remastered 1 until they got a dev team. Until, like, 1, they now knew how to, like, work on that engine properly. And 2, maybe got a lead director who actually was passionate about the project.
Yeah, that would have been the ideal.
There you go.
Oh, hey.
Thanks, Ursula.
Again, the one good part of Atlantica. Completely forgot the name of the world we were in now.
Waterworld. Which would have been a better zone. It should give it a Waterworld look. Is that Disney? Was Waterworld
I
Disney?
don't know. I'm thinking about it now.
Next turn.